You've done every manifestation technique. You've done it all. And you're still not experiencing exactly what you want in your 3D reality. Throw everything out. Clean the slate. And watch this video. Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy Hbics. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you are all doing fabulous. I hope you are choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope you are. You know who I'm starting to choose to be? I'm starting to choose to be the version of me that never, ever has to hear a truck or a tractor ever again. That's the version of self I'm choosing. I would like to let you know that I am currently being visited by every single truck and tractor in this beautiful land of America. They are all outside my house. Every single one. They're partying out here. Okay, they're all here. They're getting together, all right? They had a grill out there. They're roasting hot dogs and hamburgers, and they're chilling out right outside my patio, okay? So I pre-apologize for all their partying outside the windows, okay? So you're going to hear that noise, all right? But if I don't record this video, well, I've got the zhuzh for it. Hey, that's just not my policy. My policy is I record when I have a download, when I'm feeling that zhuzh. And I'm zhuzhed, even with them partying and not inviting me. Just saying, okay? So again, please forgive the background noise that you're probably going to continue hearing. Anyway, let me just say, if you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and yes, I am this sassy all of the time, okay? This is Sassy Manifestation. I am your favorite sassy manifestation coach, yeah? Listen, if you're new, subscribe, and then tell me you subscribed, because I like to know who's showing up, because YouTube doesn't always tell me. YouTube, for the most part, especially if you have it blocked, you know, like you don't show people who you're subscribed to, I don't get a notification. My number just goes up. It doesn't tell me, and I want to know who I'm talking to. I like making new friends, right? Aren't we here to be manifestation buddies? Just saying. Okay, so I would also appreciate if you gave this video a like. It helps my videos get out to other people to help them wake up to the magical power they have within them, the absolute, the I am, universe, whatever you believe in. It helps them, okay? It's helping you. It helped me. So, on that note, if you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form, if you would like to contact me in any way, shape, or form, if you'd like to come hang out with me on my other YouTube channel, or my TikTok, my Instagram, my Clapper, all of that info is in the drop box below. All of it. Drop box below. I know that it was kind of a sassy title to put on my video, but it's not clickbait, okay? It's not clickbait. I know I, myself on this journey, reached a place where I was so frustrated with not seeing what I wanted in 3D and knowing my state of consciousness really wasn't that great. And I felt stuck in it. I've been there, okay? I've had that experience. And it was getting to the point where I was just frustrated even hearing somebody else give more manifestation advice. I was frustrated. And if you're feeling like that right now, this definitely is the video for you. What I propose, what I'm daring you to do, is throw out everything you're currently doing. Unless, of course, it's doing what I talk about in this video. But if it's not, if you're gluing yourself to techniques that really don't feel good to you and you secretly don't think they're doing anything for you, throw them out. Let's wipe that chalkboard clean, or wipe the slate clean. Let's do a start over. But I don't mean starting your journey over. I don't mean let's go all the way back to the beginning and lose the momentum. I don't mean any of that, okay? We're not going to lose the momentum. If anything, this is going to propel you forward. I hope. And no, this is not really another manifestation technique. I'm hoping that you will see this is lifestyle. This is how to live the rest of your life. That's how I look at this. And for what it's worth, this is what I do. Now, I have made lots and lots of videos of techniques that I enjoy doing. I used to be a daily scripter. It's definitely not me anymore. Definitely don't have time to daily script. I will script occasionally, at most, maybe once a month, because it feels good, because I enjoy pens and papers. I like to use brand new pens, especially if they're scented and have glitter. I like that kind of stuff. I have never outgrown that, right? I still have my Hello Kitty pencils that smelled like strawberries from when I was a kid. That was a long time ago. Just saying. Still got them all. I just love that kind of stuff. That's my thing. So if you're like me and you script, it's fun, isn't it? You get lost in your imagination when scripting. It feels fun. But when we feel like we have to do a technique, we have to script, and it don't feel good, that's the stuff I'm telling you today to throw out. And let's just take a break from our techniques today, okay? I was saying, yes, I used to be a daily scripter, and I'm certainly not her. I have evolved to, my next step was embodiment, state embodiment. And it's not necessarily that I'm not doing embodying the state anymore. It's evolved with my faith and belief in manifestation. It's evolved to a decision. I make a decision. I claim who I want to be, and that's that. But I understand that for some of us, if you don't have the faith and belief in manifestation just yet, and side note, I've said this a gazillion times, not to fret if you don't have that belief just yet. You don't necessarily have to believe to experience the magic of manifestation in your reality. You really don't. You've been really a master manifester your entire existence until you woke up to the knowledge that you can consciously manifest. You are already manifesting, so you don't necessarily have to believe. But the truth is, you do believe in something. You definitely believe in something. You've been putting your faith somewhere. You really have. So if you're watching this and you're the person that really doesn't trust that manifestation is going to work for you, then let me just say this. So you're questioning whether it will work. Maybe you're questioning whether you can actually manifest the specific things, like a specific person, or maybe it's a specific dollar amount. Maybe you're, deciding you don't have a particular disease. Maybe you're manifesting health. Maybe you're manifesting a change in appearance. It doesn't matter what you're manifesting. If there's a part of you that is questioning whether it's possible, right? And maybe you have been really faithful to your manifestation techniques, but you really don't see changes in your life. You're probably putting your faith somewhere less beneficial to you. You see, until you were awake to manifestation, conscious manifestation, and if you were living an existence of not being satisfied in your life, and I'm going to use the example of someone manifesting money. If you have been in a position of, let's say, poverty, you're living paycheck to paycheck. Maybe you're in the negative in your bank accounts, and you have your mind set on manifesting a large sum of money. That could possibly feel a million miles away from you right now in this moment. But before you discovered conscious manifestation, you did have faith in something. You more than likely had faith in the belief that you are broke, you are poor, or money's hard to come by, right? You have to work hard for your money. Maybe you had the belief that you don't have enough education in order to get a high-paying job, right? I remember hearing that within my reality, especially when I was a teenager in high school. You know, you don't get a good paying job without having your master's degree, or at minimum, your associate's degree. So that feeling of I'm not good enough until I achieve those things. That's the only way I'm going to be able to bring in a decent paycheck. See, you had faith in the belief that money was hard for you. So your faith was somewhere. Right? Our faith is always somewhere. It's in something. If you're manifesting a specific person and say you've been on this journey a while and specific person is still showing up saying, I don't want to be in a relationship with you. You know, it's probably a really good chance that you have faith in the belief or in the thinking that you're not good enough to land the relationship of your dreams, or you're not good enough to land that specific person. Your faith was somewhere. My faith was in the negative as well. My faith was money was hard to come by, and I only get the guys that I really don't want. I never get the guy I really do want. Relationships were hard. Relationships were never going to last more than 2 years for me. My faith was in that. My faith, my belief was in you can't always get what you want. So faith was there. I get asked a lot, how am I supposed to just trust? Just trust that this is going to work, Kim. How? I've heard you just don't get what you want. Some things aren't meant to be. It's not God's will. You've had your faith in those statements probably your whole life, or something along those lines. So again, you don't have to resonate with the exact phrase I'm saying, but I bet you it was somewhere around that. You do have the ability to have faith in manifestation right now in this moment. Now, again, I know I started the video saying, hey, you don't have to believe, you don't have to trust. You can still manifest, and you can. You have been. Your 3D reality is always a manifestation or the fulfillment of the current version of self you are. So you can manifest without believing. But I know the power of the weapon, and that's what I see it as, the weapon of faith. Knowing manifestation is real, and knowing if I just start entertaining the idea and getting into my imagination that this is who I want to be, this is the version of myself, or this is the reality I want to be in. And whatever that might be to you. To me, it was, I wanted to be the version of myself that loved herself, loved her appearance, believed she was worthy and deserving of having a loving, fulfilling, committed relationship. I wanted that to be my new normal, because it wasn't my normal. I wanted that to be my normal. I wanted to not worry about money. I wanted to be able to provide my child a good life, or what I defined as a good life. And to be honest, a good life in my mind at that time when I first entertained the idea of allowing myself to manifest it. And by allowing myself, I mean to just start changing how I thought about things in my life. My idea of a good life was I can make Christmas and his birthdays awesome. I can give him the same comfort or comfortability that I had growing up. You know, I grew up with the faith, the belief that, you know, my mom and dad took care of things. I felt supported, as for lack of a better way of saying that. I didn't want to have a broken heart around important moments of my son's life because I couldn't provide what I was desiring to be able to give him. You know, that's what I equated as, you know, that's the good life. When I can really fulfill his wish list, the Christmas wish list. And again, it's materialistic things I'm giving as examples, but that's who I was back then. Bearing in mind, I didn't really love myself. I loved my son, but I didn't understand how to show him what self-love was. And I certainly wasn't believing in manifestation way back when. So, you know, I can see where I was preparing him to protect himself out in the world, this terrible, ugly world. So my faith was in people suck. Bad things happen. You got to prepare for the worst. So the point of this video is to show you, you have had your faith, your trust, your belief, more than likely, in all things opposite of what you want. So because of your life experiences, which only help to validate those shitty beliefs, I want you to see, can't you see how you did have faith in all those shitty things, and you continue to experience, you know, circumstance after circumstance beautifully. Even though they were shitty, but beautifully. They continue to show up in your world on the regular because that's what you believed. It's who you believed you were. Reality reflected you wonderfully. So let's take that opportunity to see that and see it as powerful, because it is powerful. I know they were manifestations of things you didn't want, but my God, that's who you were, and reality reflected you. It worked. So you can open yourself up to trusting that it will work for you in the good direction, in the area of what you want. Even intense fear is alive with faith. You fear smallpox because you believe it's possible for you to contract it. You fear poverty and loneliness because you believe those are possible for you. It is your habitual tendency of thought that reappears in your mind. Your body and your affairs, not the occasional thought upon some specific line or desire. It is the faith which understands that every creation had its birth in the womb of thought. Words that gives you dominion over all things, your lesser self included. And this feeling of faith is increased and intensified through observing what it does. Genevieve Beren. Only believe in all things are possible unto you. It is faith that gives you dominion over every adverse circumstance or condition. It is your word of faith that sets you free, not faith in any specific thing or act, but simple faith in your best self in all ways. It is because of this ever-present creative power within the heart of the world that makes your health, your peace of mind, and your financial condition a reproduction of your most habitual thought. Try to believe and understand this, and you will find yourself master of every adverse circumstance or condition, a prince of power. You already have access to your own faith. So what, after you've listened to me and taken a look at all the shitty things you've experienced, all the things that you want changed, and you've taken that look back at your mind and seen that, hey, reality really did reflect what I believed about whatever subject area you're manifesting in. It really did produce what I dominantly thought. If you're manifesting money and you are in a place of poverty right now in this moment, I know poverty is a big word, but you're just not satisfied in the finances department. Is that a match for what you believed about money? Is it? It is. I'm so confident that it is. It is. If your specific person isn't showing up the way you want, Is his current version or her current version of her a match of what you consciously believed about love, about that person? It will be. If you're being authentic to yourself, it's not about thinking exact, specific thoughts. It's about looking at it and knowing, yeah, I had thoughts that kind of matched that. Fear of abandonment can manifest in multitudes of ways. Fear of someone cheating on you could simply be the manifestation of I'm not good enough for my specific person. I don't feel pretty enough. There's prettier girls out in the world. There's more handsome men out in the world. I'm not handsome enough. I hate this about my body. I hate this about my face. Blah, blah, blah. Is reality the reflection of your authentic, truthful thoughts? It is. So you want to increase your faith in manifestation? Make that your new normal. By any means possible. There's not one special technique. Start telling yourself who you are. Why I suggest tossing out techniques, I'm honestly only referring to the techniques that feel like a damn job for you. Throw them out. Stop doing them. Choose things that feel good. I have the type of personality of, I don't like being told what to do. I don't like feeling like I must do this. I have to do it this way. I don't like that. That doesn't jive with me. That is not what feels good to me. And I don't know, that's a bit sassy, but that's who I am. I got to find my own way. So my way is, I just tell myself, this is who I am now. That's what works for me. I'm the boss of this. I'm the boss. And I say this goes. I want my love life to look like this. I want it to be with the person I choose. This is who I am. I'm the girl that mastered it. That's how I would talk to myself. When my mind would want to take me in the direction of shitty inner chatter, nope, I'm not doing this today. Not doing it. If it was a day that I was super overwhelmed, really triggered over 3D, that was the day. I don't care how I feel today. I'm still my new self. It's okay that I feel this way. Simple as that. I wasn't resting and relying on a technique. Now listen, please don't misinterpret this and have this mean I'm telling you can't sleep to your affirmation tapes anymore. I'm not telling you to throw out the things you enjoy doing. I'm saying stop overwhelming yourself and looking at manifestation as a damn part-time job, something separate from you. Make this your normal. Make who you want to be your new normal. How do you do that? You pay attention to what is going on in your mind. You become aware. Instead of being a slave to your reality conditions and circumstances. Instead of doing that, which is what all of us have done most of our existence until we found this, stop being a slave to your manifestation techniques. I looked at this as my mission. Stop looking at manifestation as this separate thing you're doing. Don't get me wrong. I know we're all doing manifestation or conscious manifestation techniques and, learning about manifestation, choosing the desires you want and putting your focus on the desires. I get it. We're doing them to get something in our 3D, but stop looking at manifestation as an extra little thing you do. It's your hobby. Look at manifestation as, I don't even need to think of that word. I don't need you to call it this anymore. I don't need to call it manifestation. I don't need to call it creating. This is how I live my life. I run my mind. I run my mind. I decide what thoughts I'm believing in. I choose who I want to be, and I live my life as my best self. Change how you perceive manifestation. It's not a separate thing you're doing. So again, throw out any manifestation techniques you are doing that you know you can't stand doing. Throw them out. Today, you're doing an inventory of where your mind actually goes when you're not doing your manifestation techniques. And on top of it, you're going to make a decision to stop thinking of manifestation as this little side project you do, this little extra thing you do. No, this is how you run your life now. This is how you live. That is the biggest takeaway from this video that I hope you are clutching onto. Stop thinking of manifestation as this side, we're going to go to the gym once a week kind of fucking shit. Stop it. It's your new lifestyle. It's the new you. This is how you live life. You change your thoughts. You think differently. You choose versions of yourself. This is your new normal, to think this way. So we can let the old man die. Let the old self go. I look at like law of attraction vision board things. And I am so guilty of making one of those back in the day. But I look at things like that, or when you're setting your times to do your routines. Not that there's any real shame in, you like to affirm it first thing in the morning, or you like to affirm right before bed. You like to do your sats before bed. I'm not saying throw out the things you enjoy, but I'm saying it's how you're looking at those things. I have to do these things because I don't have what I want yet, because I'm manifesting it. I'm fucking claiming it because I'm the me that gets what I want. I get whatever I want whenever I want. So the only thing I got to do is change what I'm thinking about that subject area. Okay, yeah, I'm the me that has it. I'm the me that has that. Okay, that's how I live. That's how I exist. I make a decision. It's looking at manifestation from the place of, this is my new normal. The moment I desire something, I see something in reality that I want, I just tell myself that I now have that. That's who I am. That's how I normally live my life, with that mindset. Instead of, manifestation is this thing I like to do. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Manifestation is your lifestyle. It's who you are. And if you would allow yourself to look at it that way, or to perceive it that way, the less likely you're going to listen to your negative, shitty, fearful thoughts. The more likely your faith, your belief, will continue to only get bigger and better, which will only benefit you and make it easier for you to believe that you can just make a decision over who you are and happily know that reality is unfolding to you getting it. Always. No questions asked. No exceptions. This isn't a side project. We're not hanging up a vision board that we take a look at every morning, but go out in life still thinking as from the version of ourselves that hates our fucking life. We only do the things we love over here. We only get what we want over here, because this is how we live our life now. This is our new normal. It's normal for me to just get whatever I want whenever I want. That's my new normal. That's who I am. When something's normal for you, you don't think about it. You just know it. You just know it. You're knowing it into being. You're knowing it into experiencing it in reality. The feeling of the wish fulfilled. It's normal for you to think this way. So on that note, I hope you've enjoyed all the background noise of all the trucks in America partying outside my house. I hope you can pass them by as you're trying to listen to me. I hope I talked loud enough for you. I'm going to intend that you're able to still get the message. I'm intending that. I'm deciding that. That's who I am. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.